Did you know that some of the best, safest, and most legit backlinks to get for your home service website is by guest posting on somebody else's website to create a link back to your website? But how exactly do you do this? In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I do it and how I do it for some of the clients I've worked for. What's up there, guys? Izzy here once again with Do-It-Yourself SEO, helping home service business owners, contractors to build up their own websites, do their own SEO, and save them quite a bit of money by doing so. And in this video, I'm going to talk about guest posts and creating backlinks for your website using guest posts. As you become more aware of SEO and what makes a website rank and all this good stuff, one of the main things, probably one of the most important and most difficult things to do is to start to create backlinks pointing back to your website. Well, in the beginning, it's not very difficult to do. Like I mentioned in some of these other videos. So when you set up your website, you got to structure it. You got to have the good foundation to begin with. Everything's got to be structured, perfectly before you begin any of this SEO stuff, or else you're going to basically be, it'll still work, but it's going to be more difficult. Like I was saying earlier, some other videos, if you lay a horrible foundation for, paving an asphalt driveway, that's going to be, really bad for your asphalt driveway. Same with concrete, same with roof. If you do all the underlayment and all the drip metal, all the stuff around the chimney, all the pipe jacks, and all that stuff, if you do that all wrong, it's going to mess up your roof. So you got to have that good solid foundation before you get anything going. So, like, some of the simplest ones to get is right away is, like I mentioned in a previous video, is doing a press release. Once you got everything complete, you go out there and do a press release, and that immediately creates some backlinks pointing right back to your websites on articles, news articles all over the website, all over these websites. But with time, they dwindle away and go away. Like I said, it's just the initial splash to make noise online and get your business noticed. The next thing is to create some business listing citations. Again, all you're doing is creating your business name, your business address, and a link of your website pointing back to your website, and a bunch of directories and a bunch of different places online and places like that. Another great way to do it is just do all your social media. Create your Facebook page, create your Instagram page. If you do the TikTok, do your TikTok. Whatever the hell is out there, just create your social media and create links pointing back to your site. Those are all backlinks that, in my theory, in my opinion, they count because people click on them and they go visit your website and things like that. But once start getting into the more difficult stuff to rank in more competitive niches, you need to create more backlinks. And these backlinks can get very, very difficult. And when I started doing SEO, there's a lot of, they call it black hat SEO. There's some things that you can do out there. It's a little bit risky on some of them. I'll go into them in another video, but what I want to do is the legit guest posts on other people's websites, how I do it, and why I think they're very effective for SEO. But before I delve deeper into what guest posts and all this stuff is, first of all, what are guest posts? So basically, the idea behind it is that you go out and you start looking for people's websites, people that own blogs, people that own websites that consistently write stuff on them. They have live traffic. They're related to your business and things like that. And you go out and reach out to them and ask them if they would allow you to create an article or some kind of content that could be useful to their website in exchange if you create a link pointing back to your website. Best way that I see it now, it's like I see a lot of podcasters and a lot of people that do podcasts these days. And I've noticed this, that some of the things that people do is they'll go, if they're trying to get up one of their podcasts to become popular, one of the things they do is to go out to another podcaster that's related to their industry or whatever, a guest on their podcast, and they go to another one, and they go to another one, and they go to another one. And this in return creates a bigger audience that people come back to their podcast to get things going. You see it in Hollywood all the time. People create a brand new movie, and then they send out the stars to all these television shows, sit down interviews, and all this other bull crap that gets the noise out there and starts creating, in my opinion, it's almost like a backlink pointing back so people go watch this movie. So in a way, it's the same thing. You have to do this with your website. See, another problem with these backlinks, though, is, in my opinion, is that you can't just be pointing backlinks to a website without your website consistently having more content added to it. Take, for example, let's say that I was a single dad and I have a couple of kids and I wanted to create a YouTube channel about healthy cooking for single dads and their kids, something like that, right? That's my YouTube channel. And I start creating some YouTube videos. Let's say I created 10 YouTube videos and I left it at that. That's as far as I went. I didn't do go any further, right? How many subscribers am I going to get? How many thumbs up am I going to get? How many of that am I going to get on my channel if that's all I did and I left it at that? There's no reason for people to come back to my website. I mean, to my YouTube channel and subscribe. There's no reason to comment. I mean, they'll probably make comments and things like that, but there's no reason for anybody to keep coming back to my YouTube channel. I'm not putting out more content. So, in my opinion, with a website, it's like I've seen the mistake of people going out there and getting guest posts and backlinks and things like to their website, and they do more harm than they do good. I've seen people spend thousands of dollars on backlinks, and all it does is punish their website because you really logically have to think about it. Let's say you're a deck builder out in Santa Barbara, California, and you just build a simple website. How many backlinks do you really expect to get to a deck builder website? Like realistically, think about it. So my whole idea is to be pretty much subtle about it. You don't have to overdo it. Just do it, occasionally. It doesn't have to be something crazy. You're not trying to build a website that's going to rank on a national scale. You're just a local business and a local websites. And I always go back to, and if you're a smaller town and smaller competition, you don't even need any of this stuff. Just the basic citations, press release. For a lot of situations, that might be all you need. But when it comes to these guest posts, like so when I started learning about it, the whole idea behind it was you go find these people with these websites, you go out there and reach out to them, you find out where they make mentions where you could write for them and create some content and all that stuff. But man, when I started thinking about that, I'm like, first of all, I can't even write. How the hell am I going to write something that's useful for their website? Why am I going to even waste my time? So I'm going to have to sit there and learn how to write. Nah, the hell with that. I have to go look for these people. Nah, I'm busy. I don't have to do that. So as I thought about this, especially if you're a business owner, you got a lot of shit you got to handle, right? Who's got time for all this crap? Well, what I do is now over the years, there's services that do this for you. They go out there, they go outreach to a good website with some really good traffic, with some really relatable content that's related to your industry. They go out and write the guest post for you, and they create the link that's pointing back to your website. Are these expensive? Very much so, but it's worth it in a way. It's kind of like you're in the construction business, right? Your reputation's on the line, right? Let's say you're a roofer. Are you going to lay down the shitty material? Are you going to give people that shitty 3-tab shingles? No, you're going to try to recommend them the best stuff. You're going to try to recommend them the best, drip metal, this best brand of roofing shingles, all that stuff, because you want them to have a good roof. Same with concrete. You're not going to get that cheap shit with you're going to go get some like 4.5 stack concrete or anything like crap. For anybody who doesn't know what that in concrete is, the cement level in the concrete mixture. You want a higher one, it's going to be stronger concrete. You want these people to have a good, solid concrete driveway or patio that you're going to build so that they can recommend to friends and family. Look at what a great job this guy did. So this is the way I see these backlinks. You gotta spend the money for good quality backlinks. You can't just go on Fiverr or any of these little shitty places where they could get a backlink for $25 and things like that. I'm sure there's some diamonds in the rough and they're pretty good, but why would I wouldn't risk it. I just want to risk it for my business and my website. I just want to make sure it's legit and so that my website will rank. So where are some of these location places where you can get these guest posts done for you? Well, there's a bunch of them out there online, but one of the ones that I've used over the years, and I think it's good, it's trustworthy, and the reason I believe that is because I've used it on other clients' websites and they've ranked in competitive niches. I've created some of these guest posts for customers that I've helped in the past, and they've ranked towards the top of Google because of all the on-page stuff I did, everything that I do with my SEO stuff. But I added some of these guest posts from this service, and I believe it's helped tremendously to help these rank in, like I said, in competitive markets. So one of the places I recommend is Authority Builders. This is the same place where I get my citations done because I've noticed that they seem to do a very good job. It's a little more costly, but again, I'm taking quality over cheap. Some place I don't try. I just trust this place. They do a really good job. So once you create an account with them, what you do is you input your information for your website, and then they'll look up websites that are related to your industry, and they'll recommend places. Like they'll give you a list of places where they can get you a guest post done and create a link back to your websites. For example, here's a list for example, a junk removal company. right? And they can see the price points of some of these guest posts that people they can do for you, and you can see they're not cheap. Look at this one, and they're based on the authority of the website, the amount of traffic they have on the website. They give you ideas of what this website's about. Like this website's about healthy lifestyles. It offers guides, tips, ideas about health, eating, or something like that, right? And maybe you can ask them to write you an article about decluttering. If, like, say, for example, you're in the junk removal business, you talk if you could write an article about decluttering, how it helps with stress and things like that, and they'll create a link pointing back to your website, and they charge $249. This is the base, and they sometimes they'll go up in price or lower in price depending on the word count of your guest post that you want and things like that. Let's go based on price. See, there's some cheapies right here, 130 bucks, 140 bucks. Let's go with some more expensive ones. And you can see some of these right here. Sports-based website covers all things sports. Look at this, 1,800 bucks for a backlink. This is why when you hire a good SEO company, this is why it's so damn expensive, because they're out there going out and getting some really good quality backlinks. This is why it doesn't make any sense to me. These people out there offering SEO for 200 bucks, 300 bucks. What the hell exactly are they doing? To me, SEO, I mean, I could be wrong on it, but to me, SEO is just continuously adding content and then going out and getting backlinks. Just like a YouTube channel, you constantly create videos and that leads to more subscriptions, right? There's no really other way of doing it. Growing a channel is just making videos and going out and getting more subscriptions. And you just get a steady flow of it. You just can't grow overnight. So the same thing must hold true with a website and Google. I mean, YouTube and Google are the same damn thing. So it just makes sense that this will take place. But again, you're not you're not trying to rank on a national scale, it's just a small little place. And in my opinion, all you need is about one, maybe two of these backlinks on a monthly basis. And they don't have to be elaborate, huge backlinks, somewhere around the $200 to $500 a piece or something like that. You can get some little cheap ones here and there to get things going. And like I said, they go out there and write the article for you based on something that has to do with your industry. If you're a deck builder, if you clean carpets, whatever it might be, they have just, there's millions of websites online for all kinds of different shit out there. So there's got to be something related to your industry, even if you're just freaking a septic tank cleaner, right? There's a website, something to do with something out there that's related to your industry. And like I said, they do all of this work for you, and then they create the link pointing back to your business, and then that's it. And what happens when you start creating these links, your website doesn't suddenly skyrocket overnight, just like I YouTube. Again, go back to the YouTube channel. Just because I make 10 videos, I can't wake up in the morning expect I have 10,000 followers, right, or subscribers. And it's the consistency of things. Keep adding pages. I'd recommend 4 pieces of content on your website every single month at the minimum, to get things going. Start getting some backlinks on 1 or 2 a month. And that should be enough to get, especially if you have the foundation set on your website to get things going. That should be enough to get you ranking in whatever industry you're in and the city that you're in. Also, of course, it totally depends on the industry that you're in and the niche that you're in. All this stuff. If you're a roofer in Houston, Texas, you're in for a fight. You might need some of these monster backlinks, But if you're a roofer over in Hanford, California, population of 50,000 people, you don't really need much, and that's enough to get you in that town. You might not even need any backlinks at all. Totally depends, like I said, on the number of pages out there and the competition that you have out there. But that's it, man. This is where I get some of these backlinks done for some of the clients that I've helped in the past. And this is what I would recommend if you have your own business and your own website. Just get a steady flow of backlinks. Like I said, don't overdo it. It's just completely unnatural for, like I said, a junk removal website to all of a sudden have 10 backlinks from websites. What? It's a junk removal company, right? It's not a new movie premiere or some new invention you've created. So just be logical, think like a human being. When it's all said and done, I really believe Google's just trying to be like almost like a human type thing, is trying to look for human behavior. And if it sees, 25 new backlinks pointing to a website, that's, to me, I'm raising a red flag. I might even de-index that website, or freaking, they call it sandbox it, push that bastard down, because it knows that you're cheating. It does not want you to cheat. It wants to look natural, wants to make sure you're doing a good job. And these backlinks are natural and they're coming back in a natural way. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys. If you want to link to this Authority Builders, I'll have that in the description below. Like I said, this is exactly where I get my citations done. And as a matter of fact, I made a video explaining just that right here. And that's all I got for you guys today. Until next time.